Ice sheet in Grímsvötn subsiding could lead to an eruption. Iceland. The Scientific Advisory Board for the Civil Defense met on November 24, 2021, to discuss changes measured at Grímsvötn. GPS measurements are showing that the ice sheet has started subsiding, which indicates that a flood from Grímsvötn is likely starting. There are past examples of Grímsvötn eruptions starting following such floods. The ice sheet has subsided about 60 centimeters (23.6 inches) by November 24 in the last few days, and the speed of subsidence has increased since November 23. These measurements indicate that it is most likely that water has started to leave from Grímsvötn Lake and that Grímsvötn will flood, the Icelandic Met Office (IMO) said. 1. The ice sheet has continued to subside evenly throughout the night and into the morning of November 25. IMO's GPS instruments show that it has sunk about 25 centimeters (9.8 inches) since 10 o'clock Coordinated Universal Time on November 24. There are no signs of increased water level, electrical conductivity or gas in Grímsvötn at this time. Based on observations of past floods, it is anticipated that floodwater will be exiting the glacier edge in the next 48 hours and the flood will peak 4 to 8 days after that. At this moment, no increase in electrical conductivity has been measured in Grímsvötn, which is the clearest sign that Grímsvötn floodwaters have exited from under the glacier. IMO also has gas monitors along Grímsvötn which will indicate if floodwater has reached those points in the river. The maximum discharge anticipated from this flood is calculated to be around 5,000 cubic meters per second, 176,000 cubic feet per second. This size of flood will most likely not affect the infrastructure in the area, such as roads or bridges. However, these forecasts were uncertain at this early stage, IMO said. The loss of the water from Grímsvötn Lake reduces the pressure on top of a volcano, and this can allow an eruption to begin. This happened in 2004, and before that in 1934 and in 1922, IMO said. In 2004, the eruption started 3 days after the first observations were made of flood onset. There were a series of earthquakes in the days preceding the eruption. No such earthquakes have been measured at this point in time. According to Benedict Gunnar-Ofason, deformation scientist at the IMO, there is every indication that the Grímsvötn volcano is ready to erupt. 2. The last eruption of this volcano took place in 2011. It was a large and powerful VEI-4 eruption. The average eruption frequency during the last 1,100 years is 1 eruption per 10 years. Geological summary: Grímsvötn, Iceland's most frequently active volcano in historical time, lies largely beneath the vast Vatnajökull ice cap. The caldera lake is covered by a 200 meters (650 feet) ice shelf, and only the southern rim of the 6 by 8 kilometers (3.7 by 5 miles) caldera is exposed. The geothermal area in the caldera causes frequent Jökull Alps glacier outburst floods when melting raises the water level high enough to lift its ice dam. Long SW trending fissure systems extend from the central volcano. The most prominent of these is the noted Laki Skaftar fissure, which extends to the SW and produced the world's largest known historical lava flow during an eruption in 1783. The 15 cubic kilometers (3.6 cubic miles) basaltic Laki lavas erupted over a 7-month period from a 27 kilometers (16.7 miles) long fissure system. Extensive crop damage and livestock losses caused a severe famine that resulted in the loss of 1/5 of the population of Iceland. 3.